there are lots of marketing roles out there. So, whenever you're told, okay, go find your marketing role for your placement, I mean, where did you start? What were the first things that you did?
Yeah, I mean, it's so daunting, I think, to begin with, because you know how many opportunities there are and you want to get a good one that kind of fits your profile as a student and your strengths and weaknesses. For the communication, advertising and marketing course, and I would probably say the CMPR course, the communication management and public relations course, I think both sets of classes are very lucky that we have Conor McGrath, our placement coordinator, and he was absolutely incredible in sending through reams upon reams of emails every single day to ensure that you have a selection to choose from. And then, if you're interested enough in finding a good placement, I think you allocate some time to researching yourself as well, what's out there.
Okay, what about you, Jamie?
Yeah, so we had Kathy Moore that was also there, and Glenda Martin. So we had a lot of talks surrounding, what the opportunities were. But we also had employers come into the university and give talks, and that's actually how I got into Sync and I, because that was they came along, and that's how I got into that. I think that when you're starting off that search, I think it's good to talk to those people within the employability department, because they'll be able to advise you, what areas would be best to go down, and also they're going to be able to give you advice with your CV.
I'd imagine it's pretty daunting whenever somebody says go get yourself a placement next year. I mean, I never did one, and I mean it's an ongoing regret that it wasn't part of the degree that I did, because I do think there's an opportunity missed there, and I know from my working life afterwards that just I think the caliber or the commercial awareness, I think, or the experience that people get during that year out really stands them in good stead whenever it comes to getting a job. I mean, did either of you have an idea of the kind of role or the kind of organisation that you wanted to go into, or was it really a case of let's just look around at what's out there and try and pick something that we think fits?
Yeah, it was a mix, kind of. It was a mix of everything for me. At that time, I was a social media intern for Netball Northern Ireland, and that's the national governing body for netball. At the time, I was also coaching basketball and kind of heavily involved in different sport organisations. So for me, looking for something that might have incorporated those things was definitely a huge plus. But at the same time, I was very open to looking for just the roles that I knew would offer me good opportunities to kind of upskill, and I knew that all the skills that I'd got from those sports background kind of roles would be transferable into the ones that maybe weren't as traditionally sporty.